Now we move it forward, Anna, to this quadruple header. That's 4 games on this Tuesday night. All 4 games feature a series with a team up 3-1, having that advantage, looking to clinch in game number 5. The Avs, the only team on the road tonight that is up 3-1. Who is most likely to clinch their opening round set tonight?
It's got to be the Carolina Hurricanes. I think the Islanders barely held on and avoided that sweep by getting 1 victory in the series, but Carolina's been the dominant team throughout, and they're the team that I feel the most confident in clinching this right now. They should have swept, to be honest. The Islanders did get one well-deserved, hard-fought win to say they didn't get swept, but I cannot imagine them getting a second one here, so Carolina is the easy answer for me.
Anna, talk to me about this game tonight, 7 p.m. It's the Bruins and the Maple Leafs. Now, also, the Bruins are at home as a favorite tonight. If they win, they'll close out the Toronto Maple Leafs. So 2 things here. Do you think the Bruins will do that tonight? And if they do, what happens in the offseason for the Maple Leafs? All those struggles in round number 1 once again.
Yeah, listen, I'm from Toronto, so this is a sensitive subject for me. This series in the postseason all the time gets us going, but this is not the way the Maple Leafs wanted to play. That last game that they had was probably one of the most concerning performances I've ever seen from this core group in the postseason, and usually something happens. They're close games. They make it to a 7-game series, and they end up losing, and you wonder what they could have done differently. This year, they just look in shambles right now, and tonight, I guess it all depends on what Leafs roster is out on the ice. Austin Matthews is having some problems on the scene. William Nylander has been having some issues back there too. So you really don't know the status of these guys. They practice without Austin Matthews this week. And if that's the case, the Boston Bruins definitely have the momentum in this series. And if the Leafs only get 1 win in the postseason, they're definitely going to have to figure something out because it cannot continue going like this for this squad.
The Leafs finally won a playoff series a season ago, and Anna, Donnie is a Flyers fan, so if you want to take a shot at Philadelphia, feel free at a later date as well. Maybe some more hockey talk on the other side if we can fly through the rest of the games. And to Anna's point, Carolina minus 255. Heavy home money line favorite tonight to close it out against the Islanders. A few more NHL Stanley Cup playoff thoughts on the other side, and a best bet to come next. Anna Dua is still with us here for a second consecutive segment when there's a quadruple header of Stanley Cup playoff action on the ice. We need her thoughts on all 4 games. She gave you the opening thoughts on tonight's matchup in Beantown. Now we go down south to Carolina. Anna, as you said, the team most likely to clinch tonight with a Game 5 victory, that would be Carolina. The odds makers agree. A minus 255 home money line favorite. And it's not just tonight. The Canes also the favorite to win Lord Stanley's Cup. Are they looking like that Stanley Cup favorite to you so far in the opening round of this postseason?
Yeah, I've had the Carolina Hurricanes winning the Stanley Cup since the preseason, and I did not change that at all because this team really surprised me at the trade deadline. They're usually a team that makes no moves, but they brought on Evgeny Kuznetsov and Jay Gensel and just really added some more depth to this squad, and it's already a ridiculously deep team, and their goalies are playing well, their forwards are playing well, their defensemen are playing well. There's no issues I see with the Carolina Hurricanes right now, and the statement they've made against the Islanders, despite not sweeping them, has been definitely something to keep an eye on. They look like they're the strongest team in the postseason right now. Maybe them or the Florida Panthers is who I'm going with.
All 4 games tonight with a chance for elimination. The Avalanche are on the road for a chance for the elimination, going up against the Jets here. If we take a look at a slight favorite for Colorado tonight, can the Jets force another game, Anna, or the Avalanche move on tonight?
I think the Jets can. I don't know if you guys have ever seen, but the playoff atmosphere in Winnipeg is like nothing else in this entire world. They go out in Winnipeg, so it's a very tough arena to play in. They have the pieces they need to actually be competitive. I really like the Winnipeg Jets heading into the postseason. I had them beating the Avs in this round. It doesn't look like it's going that way so far, but their team is not performing their best. If every guy just buckles down and plays the way they played in the regular season, this is a deadly Jets team that I think could not reverse the entire series, but at least get 1 or 2 wins out of here. I don't think they end it tonight.
Total tonight in Winnipeg, a place that Donnie Rightside knows very well, is at 6.5. The Avs have scored at least 5 goals in all 4 games so far in this series. And a game number 4 in Nashville was crazy. The Canucks scored in the final 6 seconds of regulation to force overtime. They win it in OT. They take a 3-1 series lead back to Vancouver. That's where the Canucks are tonight as a slight home money line favorite, hoping to clinch this series, minus 120. So what is more likely? The Preds bounce back or the Canucks ride the momentum into a series win?
This is the biggest toss-up there is out there because Vancouver really fought tooth and nail to get that win. But when we're looking at this squad, there's a huge concern between the pipes because Thatcher Demko's out right now, and so is Casey DeSmith. So you wonder when they had their goalie tandem just missing, how long they can keep this going. They're a great team. I had them beating the Preds in this round, but Nashville went on a crazy win streak down the stretch. They've showcased that they're also a very talented team, and they deserve to be in the playoffs. And you can't win the Stanley Cup without a good goalie, and missing 2 goalies, that's a huge blow for Vancouver. So I wonder if Nashville just takes advantage of that and runs away with the series.
So, Anna, 4 Canadian teams in this postseason, 2 on the brink of elimination. That's Winnipeg and the Toronto Maple Leafs. 2 just 1 win away from advancing to the second round. Will a Canadian team win the Stanley Cup? It hasn't happened since 1993. Anna, is this the year?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen this year. It hasn't happened in my lifetime. I had all 4 of these teams advancing past the first round, and I don't even know if that's going to happen. So I think Edmonton's looking like the best bet right now to make a deep-ish run. But the way Dallas has bounced back against Vegas, I'm feeling pretty good about them. Colorado looks deadly as well. And out in the East, mentioned Carolina, mentioned Florida. I just think there are too many good teams down here in the States. But hopefully soon, guys. I just want to see the Stanley Cup come back to Canada at least once in my lifetime. That would be great.
The last one, the Montreal Canadiens back in 1993. Hopefully soon, Anna. Hopefully soon. Anna Dua, thank you so much for joining us here on this Tuesday on the Early Line.